Nass pins this into the ground, forcing Vatira to reset. This is a really strong setup from Vatira, attacking the right side of the nets, forcing Nass to transition onto the back wall above the nets, where there's a lot less to be done. Maybe he goes to the ceiling for a reset, but it's not what he needed. He needed ball in net ASAP. Nass gonna use the last bit of boost to get back to this one to do something similar. After getting it around, Vatira on the kickoff got the boost steal and needed to stay with the ball. Could not let it land because just reversed. And then collected the possession for the goal. Nass double. And it's a fancier collection of a kickoff goal, but it's still one that comes moments after. Vatira actually tried to bail out enough to work with. He found a way to get some power and maybe even get an outplay, but still Vatira solid on defense. Air dribble reset. The fake is going to be a goal. You could tell from Vatira's perspective that it was going to be a fake, especially with the way Nass was positioning in net, having to swing in from the corner after grabbing the 100, jumping. Plus, Vatira tried to go for a low 50. Could not keep Vatira from creeping out into the corner. So advantage Vatira now as he starts to dribble all the way from the back right. And he's using that flip so early, but he might be able to undercut Nass and finish it off. Normally, you see players holding on to that flip, trying to use it a little bit closer to the net as Nass, he does go really up, but he decides to try and just fake Nass off the ball, and Nass doesn't leave. Nass used his pad worth of boost to tap it away. Now Vatira, is it going to be an air dribble bump? You have to think it will be, and Nass actually got a touch on the ball, but it wasn't enough. 14 seconds left to go. Vatira able to clutch up and maybe force another overtime. Nass switched the field. Vatira sees that coming and says, no, 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 no. I'm not letting you take it over to your corner. I'll take that boost as well. You're going to give me a possession with a boost advantage one way or the other. And this time it's going to be Vatira uses an air dribble bump. That is one of the highest air dribble bumps I've seen. Not often do players go all the way up to the ceiling to set it up, but it was the right choice for Vatira. Could not connect on a demo. Now Nass using a couple heavy touches to get out quickly, to get Vatira feeling like he needs to panic back, and then pulling off the ball and going for a delay 50. And this is what I'm talking about. And so many different players will just leave there. If they're on the wrong side of the play, over on the right wall, ball and boost for the other player on the left wall, they just go reset back in their net. Not Vatira. He picks up a couple pads and makes sure that Nass never gets anything clean. Eventually gets a possession of his own and a nice reset shot over the top of Nass. Oh, Vatira still doesn't go to the delay. He's done decent with the delay, but he delayed late in games and maybe thinks Nass will expect it. Zap dash recovery to the ball. Zero boost for him. He wants the ball on the ground here, but Nass is going to get it into the air. 15 seconds. He might not need overtime. The flick is in. Nass clutches up at 0 seconds. Vatira, with no boost, jumps and tries to side flip as a way to force the ball onto the ground. Get any pixel. Nass going to go for a boost steal as he takes it into the opposite corner. Vatira on the ball. Did not get a reset. Decided to use his flip and just 50 it in. No need for a reset. He'll just rush the ball. He knew Nass wasn't expecting him to take it. Nass was turning in field right as Vatira got to the ball, putting the ball towards the net as well as grabbing the boost. He's watching Nass as he returns. The ball went too high. Perfect spawn for Vatira. That could end up being huge. As he takes another air dribble. Wants a 50 and he gets it. I'm not even sure Nass got the ball. What a great respawn. You can see Nass trying to path over. He was hoping for that to spawn for him, but it didn't. Nash is trying to decide whether or not he can get that midfield boost. He does go back, pops us high, and it's a great possession win on a lost kickoff for Vatira. Into the air. Nass pre-jumps back down to the ground. Vatira air dribble bump, and it will connect. 5-5 with 10 seconds left to go. Nass thought about trying to get up over the air dribble bump, but thought better of it, and maybe he needed to commit initially. Now 10 seconds, huge kickoff. No delay from Vatira. That has been the storyline so far, and it's going to hurt him. Vatira has at least been able to stop the bleeding with his delays. This time he tries to go for a wave dash kickoff. He misses it. And it leads to a slightly... Now he's down again with 5 seconds left to go. Huge delay. Nas gets around the ball and bumps him. I have never seen that before in 1v1. Massive delay from Feer. Nas just dodges the ball and goes to bump Feer instead, and then takes the ball for himself. His winning streak going. That he finished off against Feer. Nas now getting Meki in the air. Atto waiting on the ground. Has boost to work with, so could think about trying to get up early, but goes Feather's boost. Nas, a defensive mastermind. Is it enough, though? He can't pair it with some offense. He's down 1 right now. Atto really heavy touches. He is one of the few players that does this. You don't see a lot of ones players going for this kind of offense, which is just kind of booming the ball and forcing a double. It's very committal. RLCS teammate was when he had a win, or sorry, not a win, but a lead under a minute. You can tell him really slow down and start to use that to his advantage to try and bait Nas into bad plays. Atto is continuing to just kind of boom the ball. He sends this one to the backboard and finds a way to score it. He kind of lands on the back wall. Atto now is going to play the clock. He's going to wait till 19 seconds. As he takes it back into his half, convinces Nas to close the distance, and I tell you what, pretty risky shot. I'm saying you're playing the clock, but Atto getting the reset, and most importantly, way out ahead of the ball, which means Nas air dribble 50 in off the post. Atto seemed to almost want to guide it to that. And waited a bit too long. Atto shadowing close, gets the back challenge, and now gets a reset just outside the box, but goes to the ground. And uses the side flip to outplay Nas. Nas waiting on that goal line. It does spawn before Atto really gets anything going. Nas needed a touch as he came to the ground if he wanted to shoot before Atto's return. He's doing a good job of playing around Atto. What a goal from Nas. Atto trying to force chaos, diving around, looking for demos, looking to throw off Nas. He just plays with pace. When I have a especially bad game, when I feel the game was especially bad, and I'm tilted, this doesn't happen very often much anymore with how much I play. Nice shot from Atto. My go-to is not double GG. My go-to is okay. I'm one of those people. That's right. Make him feel uncomfortable. He actually decided not to. That's because Atto gets touches like that. That somehow, you know, even though everyone else in that back corner is awkward, he somehow finds a way to just kind of pinch it out into a perfect position to start an air dribble. Atto's going to drop him a nice one as Nas goes to the back wall for a double. Atto trying to control too late the end of the game here. Going to tap this one to Atto, who's going to look to save it on the goal line as short as he can so that he can stay in control of it, not give the ball back to Nas, which he did a great job of. Now the other way, into the nets. Nas drops him the nice one. It all starts with the feather touch on the save. And there's nothing Nas can do to break up. He needs a demo or something on this side wall to get a clean possession. He doesn't get it, so he will not be able to keep the ball up. And it's a one-goal game. Nas rally in a best of 7, and Nas was able to take that one. Can he do something similar here in the grand finals of the Road to 100,000 Invitational? So far, Drowley's looking to hold it down. He wants a perfect record coming out of the tournaments. He's going to be denied an opportunity to have a possession late. Chain dashes from Drowley. Couldn't find a dish to score, though. Demo, can he get underneath the ball? Does he want to? He probably should. Just because he's far away from the net does not mean it's a very favorable position for Drowley, who will flick and score. So he does hold off Nas, and he does so at 0 seconds off the back of a demo. Nas picks up the 100 and tries to pre-jump, maybe an aerial play. The wave dash pop to set this up. Then backboard double. Drowley does not get denied. Drally is so smooth with the ball. It's just second nature to bring it anywhere he wants. Players not named Nas do not try and turn every single game into a goal, or sorry, every single game into a win. Especially one down 6 with 30 seconds left to go. Nas not giving up though. He says it's been done before. I can do it. And this is a pretty fancy shot too. I'm gonna watch it. Double reset and then a fake flick. Drally has had 3 chances here, as everybody has so far. Feer could not win it in any of his 3 chances. Nas, it took him all the way to his 3rd try in order for him to finish off Atto. He's got a big boost advantage now. If he can get a possession and get away from Drally, he might have a chance. He's done just that, but that is not a great first touch. He should still be able to set it up. Drally is not going to dive. Shadow position. Double jump from Nas. He should be able to get under it, and it is a tie game at 0 seconds. Drally decides not to dive, plays it safer, and then looks to pre-jump the pop, but still could not get high enough. With the boost advantage, recovers quicker and tries to take it over the top of Drally. Does not put it on target immediately. Pop over the top of Drally, and we are headed to Game 7. The 3rd consecutive Game 7. Nas has taken the absolute hardest road to try and take down this gauntlet, but he's going to have one more. Minute left to go. Tie game, Game 7 of what has been the longest possible gauntlet we could have played today, and Drally is going to retake the lead. Took the kickoff possession back into his corner. Nas did his best to stick around and try and mess with it, but it is him who is able to clear it away. Nas had a tough challenge there. The challenge was to catch the ball and turn it into a goal without bringing it to the ground, but even if he scores now, it's too little too late. Drally holds off the insane run from Nas. It takes him full 7 games to do it, but